Welcome back to City Skylines. I'm Steve. In the last video, we built up our IT cluster, but I'm already running into a problem with it. There's not enough buyers for products, meaning that we need more commercial and a lot more residential. This video, I'm going to be trying to focus on that by building up this section, which was purchased a few episodes ago, and I haven't done anything with it yet, and also this section. I decided I'm going to pick up this one because I want to do the Cloverleaf here, similar to what I have down there, and I also want to build up a really kind of nice area up here away from the city itself. I'm going to figure out a way to get some traffic across there. This may be the opportunity to put a metro in and try to hook it up over here by our main bus station. And if I do that, then, oh man, I'm just going to open up a whole can of worms, aren't I? So as the sun is coming up, let's go ahead, click on the correct thing. So this area is 88% buildable. It's got a rail connection, apparently. We do have the trees available on it. I know this area is something I did have in mind. I also have ore. I have oil and ore resources down on this one. And the main reason I was looking at this one was to connect up this little park path. But I think this area is going to be more beneficial right now because I do have the ability to put another forestry zone back there. At the same time, the forestry is fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm really enjoying it. But I do think the IT cluster is actually doing very well for me too. So let's see. This tile contains water. That's nice. Does not contain water. I do think there's a rail connection way up here as well, so I could bring in some rail service down to maybe like a couple train stations along here and then metro it out. There's a big ore setup here, and you can see the train tracks running along there, right up to this little nub that I've created here. And of course, Gofford Hills has train access right there. So let's purchase that. Let's zoom on in and let's take a look at our new area. So coming off of the bridge, it goes flat onto the ground level and has this little T intersection that runs off this way. Continuing off to the, let's call this east. Well, maybe just this direction. Continue off this direction. It's just a straight highway that heads out of the map. And there's that little rail nub right at the very edge of the map. A lot of green space here. So if I do want to do another forestry area, I could absolutely do that. And yeah, I know what I'm going to do here in a second. We also have a natural bridge, so we could actually go across the overpass, across the highway here, and maybe put some more stuff over on this side. This could be a really big office park, maybe. I would have to make sure I have some good access to that as well. Along the water, we've got this nice little ridge here, so we could put some houses up along here, have another river boulevard, same as this side. I do also need to develop this side, by the way. Gonna just develop along here, and then, hey, look, here's this roundabout that I built in the last video. Haven't done anything with it yet, but we do have the ability to do that. So we have some ridges up here, so we can do some fun stuff with the roads. Kind of play along the terrain in this section of the map. This side of the river is pretty grid set, and this one may have a little bit more of a freeform aspect to it. But cargo terminal right next to this big forestry area would be kind of cool. I do want to check out the... Oh, wow, we're running into problems everywhere right now. The furniture plant just takes plain timber and lumber. It's a pulp mill, right? Okay, good. I don't know why the paper is not being delivered faster. I do think it's an issue of getting down through this way to get to it all. Or faster we go up, come down around here, down to the main road, and then boop. That's probably too far for it. I think it's actually an issue going with it. Let's begin work over here, though. So we're going to change this over from this T intersection over to a Cloverleaf. And wow, we actually have a backup here. Forest forwarder, okay. So there is quite a bit of work going on here. My actual concern is actually coming off of the bridges and into this Cloverleaf intersection that I'm planning. So I'm gonna mute the video, or mute the music here, and let's take a look how our Cloverleafs are gonna look. Because this is the standard three-way intersection, and a Cloverleaf, let's zoom out just a bit. You can see that it does come onto the bridge just a little bit. And I'm thinking that maybe... Maybe if I turn it 90 degrees and have this section to stay flat while the left to right, north, south, or whatever orientation I'm going with on this one is... Maybe have this as the jump over. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna have to demo all this and reset it. It's gonna be a little funky once it's done, but I'll be back in a few minutes. That was a lot less time than I thought it was gonna take. I don't want to say I'm getting better at this, but I think I'm getting a little better at this. So there's our Cloverleaf Intersection. We'll see how the traffic reconfigures itself for this. I don't know where that truck is going, because it's just going to hit a dead end here. Oh, wait, it'll actually just go back and loop that way. Easy peasy. Traffic over here might have a bit of an issue, just because it's got to like come off this ramp and this interchange and immediately hang a right-hand turn to head over the bridge. No. While I'm recording this morning, my in-laws are watching my daughter, and just got an absolutely beautiful picture of my daughter with her grandfather, my father-in-law. Alright, there we go. Okay. Sweet! We have our first part of this video completed. I'm very happy with that so far. Something I did also want to explore in this is how, let's see, 4-lane National Highway. I was thinking about this last night, actually the last few nights. I've been dealing with a little bit of insomnia lately, and I had this crazy idea of doing the highway underneath this part of the city. Essentially, have a roundabout, and just to, like, take the highway underneath and just run it under the city, run it all the way under here, do this weird jockey. There's that weird river effect that we saw in the last video. I think it's when I'm loading the game that I'm getting that weird river effect, but since I'm not paying attention to the river in previous videos, I'm not seeing that. But take the highway, take it underneath here, and then go around this, unfortunately, until I can get the city big enough. Go underneath all the way over here, and bring it around and link it up back with this section of highway. So I could actually end up doing almost like a business loop running through, but running it underneath the city and having the exits come up and meet up with these roundabouts. So that's kind of a crazy-ass idea I've come up with. I don't think it'll work, but what the hell, I'm gonna have fun with it anyway. Let's grab a 6-lane road with buses, and we're gonna build it right off of here. It's not gonna be exactly opposite, mind you. No, wait. Okay, I want to have a bus lane. I want to have a bus lane road on here, but at the same time, I want to have it as a very nice boulevard. I think what I'll have to do here is do a 6-lane road with decorative trees, because this is going to be one of the main roads along the river. And let's do some freeform stuff with it. I'm gonna do it down this way, and then out this way. Okay, this is looking kind of nice. It's gonna have its straight spots. It's gonna have some angled spots. And I'm not gonna bring it all the way up here yet because I haven't figured out how this is all gonna hook in. There's another big old dip in the river. No idea what's going on with that. We'll sort it out later. Look at the power plants. Power's good. Water's good. Could be better. Another reason I want to definitely try to link up all these things together as well. Bus intercity, bus metro. That's what I would want to get, a bus metro hub, if I end up building a metro line from over here to over there. Really need to deal with the concerns of the lack of residency. And what do we have here? Is this all commercial? No, this is all residential. Sweet. Alright. This area. I'm gonna pivot away from that for just a moment. And we're gonna build out a road connection here. Do a nice little 4-lane road with trees. And this, I'm gonna go straight out. Kind of hook it in like that. So I'm not mistaken, these are, yeah, 4-lane road with decorative trees. So this part of the city, I'm thinking, you know, have this big-ass park here once it's, once I get this last section set up, and then this is gonna be a bunch of residential, I think. Do you like the idea of the roundabout? I'm back here, I'm puzzling on this roundabout again. I do think the... Okay, I think I figured it out. So now we have the 2 tunnels that have been created as a result of it. Let's put the roundabout on top of it. And then just have the traffic, if it needs to come in, we just go left and right around it. So now traffic comes off, and it has a choice to either go down into the tunnel or drop off onto the side roads and head into the roundabout. It's not zoned because I have it set as a 2-lane highway. And I'm definitely not going to keep it as a 2-lane highway. This actually, the size of this roundabout is almost too big. So now let's swap that back. Boom. Okay. Looks a little better. Yeah, I can work with that. And then this one is going to be the 6-lane road decorative trees. Wow, okay, I'm making this a full-on boulevard. Perfect. And down this way, similar to what I did over here, is I want to have a little side road where I can put some, like, high-end stuff. So I'll make this a 2-lane road with grass. There we go. And let's take a look at the noise pollution while I'm doing this too. Okay. It's a little loud down here, but probably drop a park in behind it, and we should, keyword, be fine. So over here, maybe some commercial right here at the, coming off the on-ramp. Put that there, put on some high-density residential in our new section. When you're living near the highway, you're probably going to want to have... There's probably going to be some sort of residential, you know, just apartment complexes kind of off the highway. And then I could definitely do stuff on the other side. Not sure what I'm going to do yet with that. Let's kick the music back up, close that out. Up here, if I want to put offices, or there's a demand for it, and for some reason I run out of space way over there, I could put some offices up here. But let's take a look again at the forestry capabilities. Well, for the first time looking at the forestry. Look at all of that. A lot of buildable forestry here. And I almost wanted to zone that off, build the road out there, and just start slapping down these plantations. One thing I am thinking of as I'm doing this, because I've got the pulp mill, I can make all these things, but the unique factory... Oh. Yeah, building already exists. So you can only have one of these per city, which sucks. Because over there, I'm getting some stuff built. I can get a lot more built over here. I could actually just have the forestry stuff and have the rail connection right here for it and just hub it out. Or hooking up the trains and getting that into the city. Total opportunity to take it over there. I'm going to get there in a second. Give me a moment. Have a branch off for the cargo terminal and just have the straight on for the other stuff. Yeah, the houses are being built in, so the power will hook up. The water's okay. Fine, just to keep you guys placated. Energize the lines. I will get rid of these power lines in a moment. There we go. But I really want to develop this up, and I'm still struggling in my head how to make that look really nice. I do see opportunity to put some little like high-end, like to put some like apartments down on here, but it does destroy the views of the people who have houses right in here, because you can see the river. Let's imagine a giant apartment complex coming up to the essentially the horizon. High school is full. Whoa, 5,000 high school students. Fire safety is very low here. I wonder why. Drop neighborhood fire station in there. Now, education. Wow. Yep, we did just put in all these new folks. Amazing. I was not expecting to see a high school, another high school needed right away. It really just seems that because we have so many dense areas of students, We just need to get more schools down. But nice, we have some traffic going down here. Not seeing any traffic going down this way just yet, because there isn't much down here to see or do. It's just a little area we can put stuff in. And of course, the sun setting once again. Really need to work on the timings in this. I want to finish up the video with a nice little sunrise, but I keep getting this 30-minute mark, or very close to it, when the sun's down. And I don't want to do that. I actually want to have something really nice on this one. Could put a... Oh, can I designate a park space in the middle of this? Yeah, I can. Okay, I can designate a park in the middle there, and then have some maybe pathways coming up and over into this park. Or definitely coming across the highway, because the sidewalks end here. So to get anything across pedestrian-wise, it's going to have to be in another section. Residential commercial demand is starting to climb. We're getting a low demand for industry, but we have plenty of industry. We also have an issue of not enough workers. I wonder if I need to put people down here. Maybe just slap in a high-density residential area. What's the noise in this section, actually? Not bad. I was actually expecting this to be much louder. This is obviously, it's industrial. It's going to be incredibly loud. Maybe in the next few episodes, I consider phasing out the commercial and turn this into a giant office park. Just go focused heavily on, have my main industries be logging, but slowly convert this all into IT stuff. Something to consider. Doesn't really say what I'm getting on the trains. I'd love to actually get some better ideas on that. This residential demand is, wow, peaking quick. Okay. Bring this road off this way. I'm going to make this a 4-lane road. Come straight out here. And I see there's a contour in the land here. I want to put some residential stuff. There we go. Thank you, game. There we go. Yeah. Up here. Let's go ahead and do this before I wrap up the video. Trying to avoid those big jumps there. Those big turns where we had these big cliffs. I was trying to avoid that. This road. Come up like that. Get rid of that section for the moment. My thinking is to kind of have a T in there, but you're starting to see the rise on it, which tells me I have to start bringing it back down this way. Yeah, that's what I was afraid I was going to get those ridges off the sides. Let's connect this little road up. So we have this road that heads up this way, and we have this kind of like main road, and we can fill in a bunch of stuff in here. Let's paint it out and wrap up the video. Up here, I'm going to do low-density residential. Wow, that's immediately being built up. Okay, I'm running out of time on that, because they're already starting to fill in. That all the way up here. Okay. Make sure we got water up that way. We don't. Alright. And power is not going to get hooked up anytime soon at this rate. So let's run up some power lines out to like here. Let this go. And then maybe commercial along here. Haven't sorted out. This could actually be designated as a tourism area. That side too, just to make sure we get as much as we can going on that. Alright, commercial district. I'll do that actually in the next video, because I know I'm over the 30-minute mark right now, even with all the little edits and whatnots I've put in here. So we have our new development going up. They still need power, which is fine. As it fills in, we will start seeing some the power get hooked up and everything get connected. But this area does not have a lot of amenities right now. It doesn't have a lot of services, and I plan to address that in the next video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.